we've got one more thing to do before we end the stream. So if you guys don't know, and I recommend going and checking this out. If you guys don't know, Wayton just put out this video. It's called Why Rocket League is the Greatest Esport of All Time, and it's a documentary. All right. He interviewed a bunch of us for it. This has been a work in progress for quite a while, if I remember correctly. When did I talk to Wayton? Back in December. This has been a month in progress that he's been trying to make this. So he interviewed a bunch of people. I have not seen this. I have no idea what's going on, but this has been a project that Wayton Pilkin, if you guys don't know, link will be down below. For chat, I already posted the link. This is going to be a YouTube video. But we're going to react to it. We're going to sit and watch and see how this one plays out. I'm excited for this. This is a project, again, that he's been working on for a month. I'm excited to see how it turned out. Apparently, a lot of people have been hyping it up, so looking forward to it. But let's take a peek. Ooh, spookies. Spookies. Yeah, Kronos, GG's, man. Ton of fun. Ooh, I like the way this looks, actually. Visually, it looks sick. He does like a Gaussian blur, so it's only focused on the thing that's happening. It looks so clean. Not bad. Not bad. Which is actually a really bad call. The call at the end was amazing, though. My spirit is gone, but my voice is gone, but my spirit is high. We have overtime. Best call ever.
I think this one might stick around for a long time for me.
One of the greatest series of all time.
Season 8,
this OT was insane.
Versus Vitality. That series, more specifically, that overtime game.
Good man.
Game 6 overtime.
Shout outs to Verge and what they've been doing with Dignitas lately too. Dignitas about to be really good and is trending in a really good direction.
It's a feeling that's hard to explain, being on that stage and having worked so hard to get there, and watching the players executing the play style that we had practiced and studied for so long. And
slow plays, forcing dribbles, draws out two defenders, big brain.
That overtime was probably insane just by the amount of saves both teams made and just how close it was. Every single
the craziest thing about this OT wasn't even the fact that there was a ton of saves. It was the fact that both teams didn't like turtle. The casting was top tier. Both Achieves and Wavepunk fucking crushed it. The absolute masterclass, and then everybody clapping because the gameplay was so good. Not because someone scored, not because it was a hype moment. God, this OT is chills. Such a good call from Wave. Wave's commentary, and this is goated. The crazy thing is, it wasn't even Game 7. Like, it wasn't even to win the series. God, that series is so good. One of the best series of all time. But yeah, the reason why that OT was so good is because nobody pulled back any punches. It was just non-stop. Shot after shot, tons of saves. It was super exciting.
It was just me, my players, and our opponents. Like, we were in this bubble. We were in this, like, isolated bubble where nothing else mattered. And it was just an incredible feeling to be a part of that.
Calm down.
I still remember watching that series live as it was happening, and I think it was at that specific moment where I decided that Rocket League has to be the greatest esport of all time.
This guy who makes the video.
Plenty of other games out
How
there
many
that
people
are
know
great too,
Wayton's
that
like
are
face?
even
I don't
more
think he shows
popular
his
than
face in
Rocket League.
much of his videos.
In that
I think he's been doing it more
moment,
lately.
Knowing everything that I know about this game, from how it started to where it's come to now, everything was simple.
Great Peak almost 1v3s and then the counterattack. Oh, the grand finals was way more lackluster, but it was more so Garrett winning for the first time. Turbo winning another one. Great call by James.
But hold on. How did we get here?
Oh, shit. Rewind.
How did we get to this point where we have this incredible game right in front of us that is completely free to play now and can be watched and understood by someone who's never even played video games before? To answer that, we're going to have to go back to where this whole thing started.
You should have waited to do this until
Novi.
the game, honestly.
We can do it again.
Yeah, watch these mechanics. This is back when Kuro used to pull like 20k viewers. This is back when I used to be considered okay at the game.
Rocket League being so special is such a, like, and why it's so special to me is such a hard question to answer, because you look at it and you're like,
God, it's so bad.
Cars hitting a ball, like, well, this is so dumb. And I've actually had that moment in the middle of casting before, but I think I've narrowed it down to the fact that it's so freeform. The ability to showcase personality in a little car driving around, but you can really get across how you are. You a patient player? You an aggressive player? Are you a stylish
God,
player?
old I by power.
And
Before they
Rocket
even I
League
by power.
gives you this beautiful playground to showcase that personality.
It's funny because I used to play the prequel
Burner.
to Rocket League, Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars, when I was like 11.
That's how you know you're an OG if you can say it.
PS3. And yeah, I remember playing that.
If you can
game.
say start
I
PC
bought it
without
for,
tripping
like,
up, that's
I
how you
think
know
it
you're an
was, like,
OG.
$5 at the time. And I just looked at
Or
just the
Caster, because you've had to say it a
concept,
billion
right? 'Cause I
times
actually used
when
to
the series
love
first came out.
playing FIFA. I just like being able to just control one player in the old game was just so fun to me. And then so when Rocket League came out, I just started playing it, and yeah, I mean, there's no other game like it really.
I think it's
Rocket
the
League
X
is so
Games event.
special to me because it's, I mean, it's so easy to say. It's
This is
not
really
like
well done by
any other
Wayton.
game, but it kind of is. Like it's its own little game. Like you have FPS shooters, you have MOBAs, you have a bunch of genres in games. But like Rocket League, what can you compare to Rocket League? I mean, you can go to sports and stuff, and you can compare like FIFA with it, but like that's not really it. Like,
Puppy?
Rocket
Oh,
League
get
is
him.
just special in its
Nice,
own
Wayton.
way, and
Nice shot.
that's why I liked it a lot when I started it. Like it's nothing like I've ever played before, and it just got me hooked right from the start.
Need to keep one player between the ball and the goal at all times because Emmy have been catching them.
God. OG dig pass plays back then.
What a shot! We talk about these infield pass plays, and that is a picture perfect one right there.
That's me. I said that. Because it was. Even though Rocket League is technically classified as a sports simulation game, it is nothing but. You're talking about in other games like FIFA and Madden and stuff. If you want to pass the ball or you want to do a certain action, you click a button. And in Rocket League, that's not the case. It would be like as if you were playing FIFA, but in order to pass the ball, you have to control every minute little joint in the person's leg and then also kick it at the exact amount right of power. Like every fine detail is how playing Rocket League. Way to visualize
I
that
used
to show how
like,
difficult it
think
is.
to myself, man, it would be really, really cool if I could control one player and
He just
control their
basically
whole
quapped my
body and
description.
not just control the animations that they do. So when I played Rocket League for the first time, I realized that that was the equivalent to controlling an individual player and controlling their whole body.
I mean, you're talking you have to not only drive at a perfect pace, you've got to match the read of the ball, you've got to hit it with the right power, you got to make sure it's on the right angle of the car, you've got like every minute little detail you're in control of, and that's why it is as exciting as it is, because as I mentioned, if you do it just right, I don't know if there's many other gaming feelings that are like it.
Okay, so I don't think there's necessarily a skill ceiling, but I think what it is
So
people are just
wild,
gonna
dude.
become more and
People have
more
gotten
and more
so good at this
consistent
game.
with like the super advanced mechanics. Like
You know
stuff
this is
you
a
see,
really
like,
good video if I
one-off
stop
here and
talking.
there, like currently, I think
Like, if I'm just sitting here watching this and enjoying it, that's how you know it's a really good video.
Like regularly.
Yeah, that's my twin. That's Lawyer. You guys just saw Lawyer in the video. God.
I don't think we're ever going to see one specific play style or meta work. A team is always going to try to find that edge, and then people will copy that, and then another team will
I love how
try to
Leaf's
find
got
an
his
edge
Jorby
out of
cam going
that
on.
current meta. So it'll constantly evolve. The meta will never stagnate to one thing.
No matter what, the meta is going to change and shift and evolve and be different every.
Man, if I didn't suck and I could hit those,
But
that'd be
it's
so much
not
fun.
always gonna
I think
be
that's the coolest thing
that
about,
makes
like,
sense. So sometimes the meta will shift.
the
it will
coolest thing about
change,
like
and
high
might
level
come back
Rocket
to
League is just
something
being
that
able to
works
do
really
like
nicely.
really crazy shots. Like it's such a good feeling. Like those guys that can just do it on command, I'm so envious of. I don't put in the hours to do it, but like,
For a long time, ceiling shots used to be jumping off the ceiling and shooting right away because it was very unpredictable, the shift in the direction of the ball. It would shift in a way that people weren't used to. But once people got used to that, people had to start delaying their ceiling shot by falling off the ceiling and shooting a late shot. And now,
does his own
players
squishy
got
shot
used to
underneath.
that,
Attaboy
they're
Wayton.
good at defending that delay and kind of predicting it. And so now it's become useful to take that instant shot again because everybody's expecting you to delay it. So
Yeah, it's a
as
chess
the
match.
meta shifts,
I mean, Rocket
players
League
get
to
used
a
it.
T is
I
a chess
think
match.
that the meta will
You're
always
trying to think one step
shift,
ahead, and that's why mind games and fakes and
go
stuff are
back to
always going to be
something
my
that
favorite.
worked before, like
Flip
full
reset just
circle,
gives you
just because
extra
people aren't
options.
doing
Ceiling
it,
shot
they
gives you an
don't
extra
understand
option.
to be ready.
It's one more thing that they have to worry about. It's so good.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting, like how like Rocket League they don't add anything, right? You can't necessarily add like a new mechanic, or they don't do that. In comparison to like I don't know, like League of Legends, right, where they add like new champs or they like adjust items, stuff like that, or in CS:GO or Valorant, where they add new maps and stuff like that. But
Wayton is
Rocket
not
League,
just
they
showcasing
don't
his montage,
do
you
that,
guys.
right? So everyone just
If you want to do that,
practices
he
the
would
same
cut out all
game
this extra
over and
work.
over again.
Other games, sports games, shooter games, really any other video games, you are given a character that has a limitation on their movement. You're given a character that has set animations. So you're only able to play within those boundaries.
It's crazy how we're
and
all
with Rocket
essentially
League,
saying the same
don't
thing, but you
have
can see it
boundaries.
emphasized in so many
The
different
only
ways to get that
boundaries are the size
appreciation,
of the field,
which I think is
other
what
than
Wayton's
that,
doing a
your
really good job
movement,
of.
your control,
Even though he's all
all of
asking us
movement,
the same
your
question,
decision-making,
he's
everything is left up
showcasing those
to
answers in a
your
way that gives you like a finer appreciation for it, even
I
if you don't
think
play the game.
What makes Rocket League so much different than these other games that have patches that come out to try to shift things is that a lot of times characters are defined by the abilities. When you pick a character in Overwatch or in League of Legends and Dota, you have a specific set of skills that you're allowed to use. Whereas in Rocket League, everyone's on the same playing field. Sure, you could argue that some of the cars react to the ball a little bit differently. Dominus compared to Octane, you know, hits.
Yeah, I think so,
harder or
man.
something.
This
But
video's been
they're very
fantastic.
minuscule. But switching between a hero in League of Legends is a drastic playstyle difference.
Yep.
And because of that,
Which is also
people
crazy because
always
like
try
League of
to
Legends
find
has like
something
130
that
some
is the most
characters, and I think only like
effective. And
30
they'll
are
all
used in
tend towards
competitive
those
play,
characters.
as
And it
compared to
forces
Dota,
developers
where
then
there's
to
like
say,
100 plus
"Hey,
as well,
we gotta
and there's like
introduce
80,
something to disrupt
80
this."
some
And
in
now you
competitive
have
play.
Developers
nuts.
defining the meta rather than the players defining the meta. And the reason players
Might be more than 30, but I know it's way lower than Dota.
because there is no introduction of a car that drives faster or definitively hits harder or demos faster or can do different things. When you give everybody the same tools for the same
play.
playing field to be on even ground and then just showcase your skill, you allow the player base to define what the game is rather than the developers.
Ooh, get him. Is that Joyous? Bring us back. Let's do it again. Show us again. Bring us back to the start. What a great way to summarize the video, man. You show us how we got here. You summarize it. You bring us back to the moment. Just so they can have that finer appreciation to it. Really well done, Wayton. Great video, man. Great video, Wayton. Really well done, man. I hope they promote the heck out of that. Oh boy, man, what a video by Wayton. Seriously, what a great video by Wayton. I think the best part about that is not only are you talking about a bunch of different angles and you're talking about different ways to approach the game and the people that he interviewed, you get a bunch of different perspectives of like pros coming in, you get casters coming in, you have coaches coming in. So he hits like pretty much every single angle. And then they also articulate in different ways to like summarize the same thing. What it means to me, Leaf, Verge, Fireburn, like whoever it may be, I think is a really good way to showcase and really translate to someone like as a wide audience. Like videos like that always do really well when they associate to a wide audience. So like to be able to contextualize what's actually happening from different perspectives, I think gives you a finer appreciation of like why Rocket League is so sick. Yeah, it's wild. Unbelievable. Fantastic job by Wayton. Really good video.